Hello, my name is Brendan Crozier. This is the Comedy Tribunal. What I plan will be a series where I watch, react, and review stand-up comedy sets. Today I'm going to be watching and reacting to what Brett Meisner has called the worst comedian of all time. His name seems to be Darrell Bluett. I'm going to be honest. I'm going to be mostly reacting this pretty fresh. I watched the beginning of this stand-up set and was completely captivated by it. It's a pretty old video, if I'm not mistaken. It was uploaded 19 years ago. So I'm looking forward to this one. One of the things that got me into stand-up comedy myself, even more so than watching good stand-up comedy, is watching the bad stand-up comedy. I find that there's often more to dissect and think about sometimes, just seeing the complete ineptitude of folks that are just trying to maybe figure it out for the first time or something like that. This isn't meant to belittle anyone. I also honestly have enjoyed it from the little bit that I've seen so far. So let's see how Darrell does. It's too loud.
You know, the other day I was out there to the shopping mall, out there at the Greenwood Mall, and there was this big fat lady out there, and she was trying on this shirt,
So right off the bat, we have two hallmarks of new comedy, like new guy comedy. Is I was at this local place. He didn't have the wherewithal to stop and let people kind of clap and be like, "You guys know about the West Mall or whatever." And we're talking about a fat woman, which is a pillar of stand-up comedy. So let's see how it
on a
goes
Mickey
further.
Mouse shirt,
Mickey
and
Mouse
all
shirt.
at once this lady was so huge and so big. Next thing I know, I saw something go.
Let me review something real quick. So this guy's pretty new. He comes out, and as you can see, he's holding the microphone with his right hand, looking off to the left, maybe at somebody. Well, not recording it. Maybe they were recording it. Maybe there's somebody else. Still keeps it in the right hand, fist up, two hands on the microphone now, and now starts putting the microphone back into the stand to do the following act out, which, if I'm not mistaken, could easily do while still holding the microphone.
Next thing I know, I saw something go.
Why did that
started
happen?
Popping out of the shirt, and one of the ladies was walking that helps. She said, "Hey,
employee is another word for that.
miss, I have something that I have to tell you." She said, "Do you have a shirt to fit me?"
So the customer said she has something to tell the fat woman who is popping out of the shirt actively, and the woman interrupted her and said, "Do you have a shirt that fits me?"
The lady said, "Ma'am, if we don't have a shirt over that aisle, we don't have a shirt at all." I'm talking about she was huge, a big, big lady.
I love how terrible the video quality is, but you can still see how wide-eyed this man is. This is also the second video I've seen today of someone, like the second grainy video of a comedian obviously not knowing exactly what they're trying to do and wearing some sort of beret like that. And I think there's something, I appreciate that.
You can't believe it, how huge she was.
I don't.
She was bigger than my great-great-grandmother.
Okay. She must have been slightly less big.
People.
Okay.
Some people try to tell, when someone's trying to lose weight, they say, like, stop eating.
Mm-hmm.
What kind of jive is that?
That's... People at open mics that I am at often go up and try to do bits like this. I'm a very literal kind of person. So when fat people go up and kind of complain and say, people just tell me to stop eating, what the fuck's the deal with that? I mean, that is the entire deal, is you really just need to eat less and probably exercise more. But this guy doesn't seem to have a weight problem himself. So let's see what he has to elaborate on with this.
They're not trying to help a person to quit losing weight. they trying to kill the person. And after these persons done sat back and done work theyself and eating that granola bar and everybody else
a
is
granola
sitting
bar.
back eating.
The granola bar. Like with the bee emoji. Oh, this guy's the best.
Some guy over in Japan supposed to be trying to invent a new kind of pill called birth control pills for men.
Okay.
I was listening to
What are
him
those
on the
Japanese
news the
folks
other
doing?
day. He said reason why he's doing it because so many ladies is having babies and so many
Not
mans are getting ladies pregnant. He's trying to invent a pill to keep mans from getting ladies pregnant. So,
Okay.
you know, guys, we in trouble. We in big.
That was a huge word. I mean, really, you could. You can't really just point at one thing to say this would make this set better, but word economy is the most striking bit of that. We said the same thing about 3 different ways.
Trouble.
Was there a joke?
We in big trouble.
We're in big trouble. Looks to the left. So we got the microphone back in the stand. How many sets did this guy do? You know what? The more I think about it, this guy, this may have been a home movie. That might have been what this is because you can't even, I don't even think there is an audience in this room. So we're going to run this back a couple of seconds. This is Cringe Level 1000 stand-up set presented by Joseph Hewitt on YouTube. If this is the set that I think it is, I heard this a little bit when I was getting my breakfast ready this morning in some sort of compilation that I was watching. But it should give plenty to talk about. There's a fly on my hand. All right, it's gone now. So let's see how this fella does, who I'm not sure if he is named or not. Watch me get booted off the stage. It's great. Oh, so I guess Joseph Hewitt is the comic on stage representing Louisville. Yep, Louisville, Kentucky. So we fuck up the microphone immediately. Honestly, not a big deal. People are gonna laugh. People are gonna laugh at you. People are gonna laugh with you if you just plug it back in and give them a little like, "Don't look, I'm so clumsy." I mean, that's what you're here to be for them. But somebody who's more inexperienced could think that that's a bigger deal than it is. As long as you're not smashing the microphone into anything or damaging any furniture seriously, it's not like the host or the owners are going to be upset with you, and certainly nobody in the audience. So let's see how he handles that.
Oh, well, that's the second time that has ever happened.
Okay. It looks like he tried to roll with it a little bit. Nobody really knows what he's talking about, I don't think. Well, that's the second time that happened. Certainly I don't. Maybe they do. Maybe he was there a week ago and the same exact thing happened. I'm expecting a pop when he gets this plug back in. Okay, that's a good pop right there. Not a bad joke. And then he speaks into the mic.
Works every time.
Huge pop. Crowd is absolutely on this guy's side right now. But I'm sensing that somebody at this seemingly inexperienced kind of level could still be in their head about something like this going on. So,
True story that actually happened in Indianapolis, so I'm used to it. I usually tell chicks that only first time it's ever happened, but that's all.
Okay, so it looks like he was trying to riff off of that. He had the little bit of a success. That might have been one of the best pops he's ever gotten at this point. So he thought, let me ride this wave. Then the inexperience kind of shows a little bit more, and then you don't really know how to do that. So I'm hoping he gets into the material pretty quick.
Well, transgenders, man.
Ooh, right off the bat. When was this uploaded? Okay, so this was uploaded in May 17th, 2018. Transgender jokes coming out of somebody who looks like this. Maybe in Kentucky it's a little bit different, but in the places where I've done stand-up, not going to be too thrilled to just hear that kind of setup off the bat. If I were in the audience, I would be expecting something pretty ham-fisted and not to say insensitive, but just let's see.
Taking over.
Taking
I
over.
worked with a transgender chick trying to transgender into a male.
Okay.
It gets agitated when I don't call it.
Okay. So so far He's doing the I'm not sure what the it's not dead naming obviously, but it's not necessarily a slur either, but it just deliberately demeaning language towards transgender people, and maybe the kind of thing that maybe would fly at his job. But you also need a little bit more than work humor at stuff like this. It's seemingly a legit comedy club.
So I've just referred to it as Pinocchio. And she's not very well seasoned in the Disney aspects of things. She's more like football now. She's trying real hard to be a guy. And I told her, I said, Pinocchio,
Not
makes sense.
respecting their gender
She's
identity.
like, why do you keep calling me Pinocchio? I'm like, because one day you want to be a real boy.
Okay. So honestly, we got a couple of O's. That could have went better. It's not something that I would recommend trying just as a stat. But if you did tighten that up, it could have been something that you wouldn't have to sit in for as long, just as far as the audience goes. But you could have ameliorated that quite a bit. It doesn't look like they've completely given up on him, but I think they're kind of bracing for impact at this point.
It is what it is. I love disabilities too, man. Disabilities are great. I don't have any, but I love them. Like deaf chick with a hair lip, probably one of my favorite disabilities ever. Could you imagine the conversation between a deaf chick with a hair lip and her mom?
A hair lip?
Like if the mom says, I need you to go to the fish market and get 2 pounds of mackerel. So she goes. And she looks at and you're looking at me awful weird. Don't worry, lady, it's just a joke.
So he's obviously uncomfortable with how this has gone, which honestly, thinking about what he's done so far on stage, I mean, you really can't ask for more from the audience, which it just seems like they're just kind of being attentive right now. And he's visibly getting kind of antsy, and then kind of calling out the audience and not really being equipped to get any laughs out of them while doing that.
I'm really not like that. I don't kill babies. I tell jokes. It's cool. I choose to tell dead baby jokes.
Say offensive things. I don't kill babies.
You choose to wear that top. It's cool.
Ooh, coming out of woman's clothes. That normally does. People don't like that. I'm sure she probably was just wearing something that had like flowers on it or something. It probably wasn't even that crazy.
But deaf chick with a hair lip will go to the fish market. She's like,
Deaf impression.
Excuse me? Do you have a pen and paper? Anything you can write on? No. Well, you need to just come back when you can talk to me.
Man.
And so she'll go home. Mom will be like, don't care how you get it, just come back when you can. So she'll go back. And it's your bang.
So this whole story, this bit that he's working on, there's also way more dead air and time from setup to punchline than anything else he's done so far, and now is not a good time to kind of do that. Like if he led off with that and then did like the train wreck stuff before this a little bit faster, that might be a better kind of dynamic to the set, especially with how he started off hot.
I was like, I don't know what you want. I got it. That's too much, guys. I'm sorry. Needless to say, before I
yeah, that's something that a lot of inexperienced comics do. They sort of not just shitty comics. They like a defense mechanism is I'm sorry I offended you, when really you're just not doing your job. I've seen it with people like this who are saying like, oh, we got a real like liberal kind of crowd here, and I've also been on shows where everybody bombs, and then they're like, oh, we just had such a Republican, hick backwoods crowd, when really people are just kind of people are there. They've already had 2 beers. They don't really give too much of a shit how offensive what you're saying is, as long as it's funny.
I completely get off of here and
He hails Hitler. He did it.
I'm sorry
He did it again. Oh no, Joseph.
to the people I offended. Can't take a joke. It's cool.
Sorry I
2018
offended
guys,
you.
You've heard
My
once.
heart goes out to you.
But moral of the story: she puts her finger in her vagina, puts it up against the guy's face.
Ooh, sorry I offended you. Then goes right back to.
He says, "Holy mackerel!" And she said, "Yeah, you don't 2 pounds."
All of that, interrupting your own bit, just to make a pun on holy mackerel as a pussy joke. Bold choice. Does he have anything else?
Since you guys don't think that's funny, that's cool.
It's cool.
I appreciate it. Other venues will take me.
No way he got the light.
I love all y'all. Hope all y'all love me. Probably don't, but it's cool. Give me a round of applause. You got your hands ready.
They still gave him a round of applause. He wasn't even up long enough for them to really hate him. So.
Guys, give it up.
He clearly thinks that's obviously Phil McLaughlin is hosting. We found him. We got him, guys. We got him. The host of of this set. What do I have to say about this? My heart goes out to this guy. I had a set very similar to this, honestly, where I probably thought it was a bigger deal than it really was. The same way I imagine he feels this way. The first time I ever really, really bombed that bad was kind of similar to this, where I didn't set out to do anything edgy, and I think my set consisted of like a homophobic joke about the movie The Babadook. There was a grape joke in there because I think I might have to say that on YouTube. And there was also like a joke about blackface. And then there was a disabled joke that I just gave up on doing because people basically booed me off the stage. And I thought I wasn't ever going to go back to that place. It was not my intention to put together an edgy set, but he probably did a few open mics, and obviously his friends probably think he's pretty funny. He had moments where he was funny, and probably got away with doing this at a couple of bars in Kentucky, and it just isn't always gonna translate. And sometimes, if he watched that back, he would probably be able to see, like, man, you know what, that I really did fuck that up. Does he have anything else on here? Yes. Anyway, I guess if I'm doing a review like this, and I'm doing that whole kind of breakdown, if I had to give Darrell Bluett, it would be 0 out of 10. If I had to give this guy a review, it would be, in my opinion, based on what I've seen, 3 out of 10. That's what I would say. So keep grinding, bro. You took 7 years off, bro. 2026 is your year. You're getting back in there, Joseph. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed this, send me your friends' shitty open mic sets so I can make fun of them too. Unless they don't want. I really don't want to make fun of people. I plan on just looking at just average and good sets as well. Yeah, go fuck yourself.